I found a new leaked footage of the second episode of the amazing digital circus. They feature the Candy Queen, and she looks like a very friendly character. I don't know if these photos are real, but thanks to them, we finally get to see one of the new characters in action. There is one very interesting detail in these photos, which I will talk about a little later. And if you start with the first photo, you get the impression that there is no jelly crocodile in the photo. I think he'll always be in Candy Canyon and be its sheriff like I assumed before, so he won't appear in the digital circus. And in this teaser with new characters, he is not there either. I can also assume that Caine's new task will be programmed so that the Candy Queen first appears in the digital circus. Then something extraordinary happens in her kingdom, and she needs the help of the main characters. And Caine already teleports all the heroes to a new location where some will ride in a carriage with a jelly elephant, and some will immediately teleport with the Candy Queen to the Candy Kingdom. First, new characters will appear in the digital circus, and then together with the main characters, we will go to the new location of Candy Canyon. But as we can see, Queen Candy enters the digital circus through a portal, namely through the same door marked Exit. I don't know if these photos are real, but they look very believable, like they are actual merged footage from episode 2. However, if none of this is true, we should still see Queen Candy in action. By the way, if we look at another old teaser from the writers, we understand that all the new characters will appear here in the circus first, and this photo so far only shows the Candy Queen. And my theory that the new characters might hijack the main characters or just take them straight from the digital circus seems to be true. Also, from this first photo, we can draw another conclusion that these mannequins will be the guards of the Candy Kingdom, and the Candy Queen will indeed be the queen of this candy castle. And here, I have another idea that Caine's quest will be divided into several stages. There will also be a distribution of characters for the task. Maybe King Jax and Pomni will go to check the Candy Kingdom from the outside and meet the Jelly Crocodile, which will be at the entrance of the Candy Canyon. It's really hard to see in this photo, but I think he's standing in front of the door, and Ragatha, most likely Gangle and Zooble will be with her, helping Princess Loolilalu in the Candy Kingdom. But who among all these new characters will be the main problem of Candy Canyon, as I suggested earlier? Of all these new characters, the only ones we will see in the new location are the Candy Princess, the Jelly Crocodile, and the mannequin. However, I have another theory that the Queen can't appear in every episode, and every Caine mission can't be related to her, so it's more likely that there will be another character in the second episode that we didn't show in the new trailer, and that's who the new mission will be about. If we look at the rest of the photos I found, I can tell you that the Candy Princess here is only in the digital circus, and I have a theory that we'll see Candy Canyon at all at the end of episode 2, and that's where the whole plot of episode 3 will take place. But on the other hand, I don't think the glitch would stretch one location over several episodes, so these photos could be taken almost simultaneously, especially since we already have locations for series 3 and 4, which is a haunted house, a fast food restaurant where Jax will work, and this unfinished stadium, which will most likely be located next to a fast food restaurant, and it will also be connected to the 4th episode of the amazing digital circus. Next, I'd like to elaborate on one of Gooseworks' latest official posts related to the Gangle, as I have another interesting theory about Gangle's comedy mask, and how he will tear it down every episode until he realizes that he is relying too much on his emotions. In general, Gangle is a rather mysterious character, but thanks to all the information that official sources give us, we are starting to get to know him a little better. Actually, Gangle is very dependent on his emotions, and I think that Digital Circus creates characters for a reason. They are different for each character, and until the character changes, he cannot leave the Digital Circus. The whole program is set up so that when a person enters the digital world, he understands his main character flaws. And those who have lost their minds abstract away and forever remain in the Digital Circus because they could not overcome themselves. For us, I think, only those heroes were left who will be morally strong and can change their character. And if we are now talking about the gang, then there will definitely be such a scene with him. I also think there will be a scene where Gangle realizes that he has been holding back his emotions too much and depending on them. When he puts on the mask of comedy, he realizes that he is actually obeying his emotions. But I believe that the exit from the Digital Circus can only appear when all the characters can change their character. Because once they get into the Digital Circus, they actually become one family where they have to help each other. But so far, based on the first episode and the information about episode 2 and the new teasers, I can't say that anyone has started to change. The only thing I don't understand is why on most teasers, the gang is standing with a mask of joy. Since Pomni is the main character of the digital circus, because her mistake is shown everywhere, and it becomes clear that Pomni will play a significant role for each character, and eventually, everyone will start helping each other. I still can't figure out what kind of environment she's comfortable in, because based on the first episode, I feel like she's sad all the time. But what about the new official teasers? So far, we've seen information on all the main characters in the digital circus, except Caine. If we take into account all the latest teasers, then he is nowhere to be found. I think he will be shown in the new teaser, but I don't think anything can happen to him because he is firstly an artificial intelligence, and secondly, he is the head of a digital circus. I'm also waiting for specific official information about the new heroes. I really hope we get new official photos with them before the second episode comes out. This will give more insight into who will actually appear in the second episode of Digital Circus and who will appear in other episodes. Also, in about a month, I think Glitch will release a new trailer, and that will be the official announcement of the second episode. Also, we'll be getting very little official information about the Digital Circus until the 7th episode of Murder Drones is released. So we will have to wait a little longer, and then we can create new theories. What are your guesses for the new official teasers? Write your theories in the comments, and I will definitely read them. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and hit that like button on this video.